Hello everyone, and thanks for joining me. Today I'm headed down to a forest pond for an evening of photography. I've been in a little bit of a rut recently finding things to photograph, so I'm hoping to break that streak by going to a park I haven't been to all winter. Hopefully we'll be able to find something interesting. I was off to a good start when I found a yellow-bellied sapsucker checking on its wells on a large maple tree. This individual was a male, as is evident by its red throat. Females only have red on top of their head. I was able to get two different angles of this male, first from behind, and then I was able to position myself a little bit more to the side to get the sun behind him. I especially liked how this made the bird seem to glow. It didn't take long for me to find more animals to photograph, as I ended up finding more species in a few hours this evening than I have in the past few weeks combined. For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Todd DeWald and I am a full-time wildlife and nature photographer in New England. In my videos, I take you into the unique and diverse habitats to find and photograph the variety of animals that call this area home. I bring my unique perspective, as well as my education in fisheries and wildlife sciences, into my videos and photography to help bring a deeper understanding into the lives of the animals and the habitats they call home. Whether you are a fellow photographer or just love nature, I hope you can relax and enjoy these videos. Be sure to subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this, and thank you for watching. When you come up to a pond like this that has a lot of dead snags sticking out of the water, it's always a good idea, if you have your binoculars, use them, or if you just have your long lens on your camera, use that and kind of scan the branches on these snags, because they're great spots for things to perch. You might find bluebirds perching on them, or maybe an early phoebe. It's also a great spot for woodpeckers, nuthatches, that sort of thing, brown creepers. But also in this case today, there is a belted kingfisher perched up on one of the snags. It's on the other side of the pond right now. I'm going to try to set up here, put my teleconverter on because it's pretty far away, try to get some footage of it. It's just sitting there right now, kind of taking a break. But I want to try to get some footage of it now, because if it gets too worried, anxious about me, it's going to fly away. And I'm going to try to get a little bit closer. I'm going to stay on the opposite side of the bank, but I'm going to try to get a little bit different perspective of it. But I want to get some footage of it now before it gets spooked. So let's get set up and see what we can get. It's actually a really nice shot just as it is, without the teleconverter on at the moment. It's obviously small in frame, but it's sitting right in the sun, so everything around it's in the shade, but it's just right in the sun there. While sitting and waiting for the kingfisher to be more active, I wanted to mention a product that I've been testing for the past few weeks. It is the Exascend Vigor 1TB CFexpress Type B card. Now this product is really exciting for me for a few reasons. Number one, it's a 1TB capacity card, so that means I no longer have to worry about how much recording time I have left or how many photos I can take, because I have such a huge capacity now. Second, the card is really fast. It has sustained write speeds of 1700 megabytes per second, which is faster than any card I have used before, and it lets me capture long bursts and high frame rates in RAW photos, and I'm also able to capture 4K slow motion video without missing a frame. This card is advertised as being able to record 8K RAW video which is something I don't really do, but it's nice to have that option to be able to do that. Another important thing if you're a Nikon Z8 or a Canon R5 or R6 shooter, this card is advertised as being a low heat card, meaning that it will reduce the chances of overheating while you're recording, which I know is a big problem when I was using the Canon R6 to record long videos. So like I said, I've been using this card for the past 3 weeks now and haven't had a single issue with it. I've also been able to use the Exascend card reader to transfer my photos to my computer. This card reader has a CFexpress Type B slot as well as an SD card slot, which is really nice, really convenient, all in one. It's both cards that I use, makes it transferring files to the computer really easy. So if you're in the market for a new card, check out Exascend. They have some really great products, some really fast cards, and their specs are really impressive. Check out their website. I have the links down below in my description as well. And now let's get back to this Kingfisher. The Kingfisher is actually starting to get a little bit more active now. It's starting to preen, and it's actually doing its tail bob thing, which is really characteristic of Kingfishers. When they sit, they actually make these really quiet noises sometimes, and as they're doing it, they kind of raise their body ups and their tails go up and down, so it kind of bobs up and down, and they're starting to do that now. So hopefully that means that they're going to get a little bit more active and maybe start fishing. Right now I've got the back of the Kingfisher at me, so I can't tell if it's a male or a female. I think it might be a female, because it looks like there's that kind of the orange chestnut collar, which is the female. The females are actually have that reddish rust color on them. I think of it as kind of as a necklace. That's how I remember that females have it. The males just have a white belly and blue on top. So I think this is a female, but I can't tell and really won't know for sure until they turn around and face me, because it might just be the light as well. So. So this just keeps getting better. I'm sitting here, still looking at this Kingfisher. I'm probably gonna move pretty soon, but off to my right, there is a pair of barred owls that are hooting in the forest. They're still pretty far away, and I don't really know how far they are because the wind is actually blowing from that direction. So they might actually be farther away than they sounded. So that's really awesome. It's a great thing about evenings is the owls are usually more active in the evenings. That's when they're hooting. And we're still kind of in the breeding nesting season. Most likely the pair has a nest site already, but they're still very vocal this time of year. So it's really awesome to see, really awesome to hear. So we'll see. If this Kingfisher doesn't pan out, I'm gonna definitely go that way and see. But right now the Kingfisher is looking like it's actually looking around. It might start fishing. So I'm gonna wait it out here because there's actually a lot of different perches just right in front of me that it could move to start fishing. So I don't want to move now, scare it, and end up making it so it's not going to fish if it could perch here and fish. Alright, the Kingfisher's still perched there. I'm going to try to start slowly making my way down along this path. It seems like it's still kind of napping. Its activity has definitely dropped a little bit. It's back to just perching there. So I'm hoping I'm not going to scare it. But I want to try to make my way a little bit closer to where the owls had called and maybe get a different kind of perspective on this Kingfisher. Oh, here's some bluebirds right here. See, this is what I was talking about, is the these snags in this water are great spots for birds, because the woodpeckers come, they excavate holes in these, and then bluebirds come and they can actually nest in these trees. And since it's evening, it's starting to get dark out, the bluebirds are starting to come back to their nests, and there's a pair right here. And they're going into the hole. It looks like the male is outside right now. It's just awesome. Female went into the hole, into the cavity, and the male flew out, and it's actually, I think it's just right on the opposite side. Oh, there it is. Okay, the kingfisher has actually flown a little bit farther down the far side of the pond, so I'm going to move my way this way a little bit. The bluebirds are in their cavity. I was hoping to get some pictures, some flight shots of them coming off the tree, because as they took off, the light really hit their wings, but the one opportunity I had, I missed. So they seem like they're in their cavity, they're not coming out. They've been in there for about 5 minutes now. So I'm going to move down a little bit this way and see if I can possibly get this kingfisher in action. It's on a lower dead snag now. We're on the edge of the pond, so hopefully it starts to fish. We'll see. Okay, there's actually two kingfishers, a male and a female, and the female right now just keeps diving down into the water, dunking. I'm going to try to get a little bit farther this way because I have no shot right now, so let's see. So the kingfisher that I was watching, it actually kind of circled around the pond and then landed on a dead snag that was hanging into the pond. I got a really short video of that, but then it flew up to a dead snag that's in front of me, and it's up there preening right now. But I still have another kingfisher somewhere behind me. I do not know where it is. Beaver. This is really cool. Beaver is actually kind of out of the water, eating. It looks like it's jumping on a birch tree right now. The kingfisher is still perched up over there. I still don't know where the second one is, but I looked over and I saw ripples in the water, and it was a beaver. Now there's two dams here, and I think it was actually going from the dam that I'm right in front of over to the larger dam. It's really awesome. I've never seen a beaver this far out of the water before. Usually they're just that right eye level right in the water. You don't really see their body, but this one I actually have the whole body out of the water. Made my way down close to the water, and I'm as water level as I can get right now. I'm waiting for the beaver, but right now there's all sorts of bluebird and woodpecker action. Okay, I gotta put this down and get this. that's gonna be it for me today. The beaver actually came over towards me, and I hear it. It's probably about 25-30 yards to my right, and I actually hear it ripping off some things off the edge of the banks to bring back to its den to eat. And actually I'm sitting right next to some of the things. It's going after the tubers of the water lilies and the water plants. But it's getting dark out now, and I'm going to try to pack up as quietly as I can and head out of here. But awesome. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. It's so nice to be out, and it's really what I needed, so thank you for joining me.